Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club, Kildare Clubhouse. Friday. You know what Fridays are? Interns Day. They love me on Fridays. There's payroll. There's new interns coming in. Old interns going out. Some people are happy. Some people are sad. I'm always happy on a Friday. But we got some new people, so let's introduce ourselves. We'll start off on my left, and then we'll go around the table. We'll start off with you.
Okay. Hi, my name is Aminata. I'm a junior at Bronx Early College Academy.
Boo.
I'm a
I don't have a boo. I don't have a boo on my chart, so I gotta fake the boo.
We should.
I gotta fake. I could create one. Let me get. You
Okay.
can talk. I can create one.
Okay.
Let me do that.
I'm a Taurus, so
Oh,
I'm quite
she
stubborn.
She went into her zodiac, baby.
And I also like writing a lot in my notes.
You like writing notes?
Yeah. And I'm also into Korean shows. I watch a lot of them. I have a full list.
You have a whole list of them? Maybe you could give me something to watch. I need something to watch every once in a while. I'm tired of watching this Hulu. And, you know, my wife watches all these, she watches the boats. What's the name of these ship things? I forgot what it is. It's like, it's on A&E. It's like, there's a captain and there's like four other, you know, and they bring famous people. I don't know. It's just like some stupid show. We watch that. And she's into the, you know, housewives. And I need to get out the living room. I need to get out the living room when this is going on. There's some things I accept, but I don't accept those. Okay. Thank you. Next.
Hi, my name is Fariha, and I'm not going to rep my school for personal reasons.
Thank you. Now you see
You're
that.
welcome.
She gets the horns for that. She gets the horns.
I pretty much like a lot of things, but at the same time, I don't like a lot of things. Like I'm a very contradicting person, I guess you could say. But I really do like horror stuff.
Horror?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna give you something. I got in trouble when I was young, when I went to go see this movie. But the movie's called Zombie. Right? You would think it's an old movie, but it's like one of those cult classics. I wanted to go see this movie in the movie theater. I was like, I don't know, I must have been young. I must have been 13, and my grandmother told me, no, you can't go. So I still decided I wanted to go, and I did go see the movie. But when I got out, you know, I was in trouble. But I think it was so worth it because I still remember this movie. Did she hit me with a stick? Yes, she did.
Oh.
But I still saw the movie, and I still remember it. Maybe it's because I got hit for it, and the only time I ever got hit. But it was a great movie. It's a cult classic. I also worked in a video store for 28 years. So I worked in a video store when videos existed to when videos stopped existing. So I remember Netflix when you actually had to mail it, and then when you mail it back. And I remember all that. So we were the first video store in New York, and we were the last video store in New York. So once it got to the last part, I was like, all right, it's time for me to go. There's nothing else for me to do.
So you basically saw like Blockbuster.
Oh, we killed Blockbuster. Blockbuster
I
had
love that
nothing
for
to do
you.
with us. The thing that was the advantage for my company was we had one location, but we did what other people didn't do. To go to Blockbuster, you had to go to the store, pick up your movie, and take it. We did everything through the phone. So even though we had a store, you call us up and you paid for a membership. That's how, you know, we got paid. You paid for a membership and we'd deliver it to you. And not only would we deliver it to you, we also pick it up. So we picked up the movies. And because we were in Midtown, we dealt with everybody on Fifth Avenue and Park Avenue, all the rich stars, everybody all the way to Battery Park City. Sometimes our movies they had better lives than we had. We had, not to throw no names around, but like Ralph Lauren, Polo. So he used to take our movies, and they used to go for Christmas and stay with those movies in the Bahamas for 3 weeks. And they'll be like, yo, Mr. Ish, we'll send you the movies soon. I'll send them to you. You know you're paying for that. You'll be like, don't worry about it. And they'll send us the movie. It'll be like $3,000 for rental, and they'll pay it. And they'll have absolutely no problem. And they were really, really nice to me in Christmas time, too. They always gave me something nice. The son was really, really cool. Always came with cologne and wallets and sweaters and stuff like that. So it was a great experience. I dealt with some good people. So that's the reason why I was there for such a long time. Enough about me. Back to you. Who's the last person here?
Hey y'all, I'm Ashley,
Hey, y'all. What's up, Ash?
and we all go to the same school, but
don't
we're not
say
gonna
the school.
name it. Of course.
school.
Yeah.
Don't say the Now you can say the school because I think Ms. Washington listens to it. I kid a lot, but I was there for 8 years, so I learned a lot from everybody that was there. I miss Miss. I could give them a shout out. I miss Allen, Miss Clark, Miss Gabriel, Mr. David, Mr. Felice. That's everybody that's not admin, basically. That's basically
And
it.
basically not teachers either.
No, but I did like Miss Walk or Grady. I have some other ones. Who else? What Miss Blanchard. Blanchard's cool peoples. Miss Walker's cool peoples with me. Miss Makalaka, she's cool people. Um, who else we got? There was what's the science teacher's name? Miss
Kalu?
not Miss
Spade?
Kalu. But she's for the younger people, seventh graders. Miss Roberts or something like that?
Miss
Robbins?
Robbins?
Robbins,
Yeah.
Robbins,
Robbins.
Miss Robbins. That's my girl, Miss Robbins. My go-to guy. I don't know if I think you had him before. My man was Burkhardt.
Oh,
Oh,
Burkhart.
Burkhart.
that's my dude.
Miss
I call him.
Burkhart.
Shout out to Mr. Burkhardt. He listens to my podcast, so shout out to Mr. Burkhardt. I'm gonna talk to him right after this. We always in contact, and that was my guy, Mr. Ramos.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
Mr.
yeah.
Ramos.
Who else
too.
was you ever had what's his name?
Cadet.
Cadet. That
I
was my
never had him, but
dude.
he was
You
a
had
funny
Cadet?
man. We didn't have him, but
You
he
didn't
was a
have
funny
him?
man.
Oh, Cadet was fire. If you get two teachers in your lifetime that were like Cadet, you will always remember them. Cadet was fire. I speak to him too on the regular, and Pena too.
Yeah.
So Pena was my people's. I mentioned a lot of people, but nobody from admin. I'll let you know that. Sorry, admin. So yeah, so I joke with them and everything, but it's a life experience. I learned from that too.
But we all know it's not the same without you,
No,
though.
it's not
Like,
good. Yeah, right.
It
Where's my
really
plug? Where's my
isn't.
plug? Where's my plug? Hold on, Mike. Where's my plug? I'll give you a laughter too. I miss it. I miss the office people. I miss that stuff. But the
Admin? No.
what happens behind the scenes, I don't miss. It's like we're trying to work, man. Like if I had the freedom that I have here to be in the school, I'd be golden. Like I just want to do my job. I don't want to do it. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I just want to do my job, keep it moving, make my money for my family, and that's it. That's how I feel here. I tell my boss. Well, I tell the kids more than my boss. I don't ever tell my boss this, but I'm gonna let you on the secret. I told him the other day I will probably do this for free. I probably will. Like if you would tell me, Ish, go over there for 3 hours and do it, I'll do it for free. But because I get paid, it's so much better. It goes so much better, and I get paid pretty well. So it's so much better. So I would probably do it for free. I mean, I've been in other programs where I just volunteered and stuff like that. So that's not an issue for me. So this is your first time in this program. This is not no cap. What is it, cap? That's what it's called?
What
Yeah,
is
it's
cap?
cap.
Like,
What is cap?
we don't know her.
All
We
right,
don't know
I
her.
don't know no cap students.
Not
Sorry,
enough
Miss
money.
Clark. Sorry, Miss Clark. I took all your cap students, all that. She was in cap for like 3 years already.
Literally.
She probably made $12 in 3 years. Like she ain't earned no money over there working 1.5 hours. I was like, get out of here. Go make some money. At least you're gonna get some sneaker money out of this thing. Maybe your nails done. I don't know about my twins. My twins they got their nails done already. So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm gonna make it fun for y'all. It's gonna be a fun experience and something you're gonna go back to and be like, that was a good thing. Hopefully, I mean.
I haven't even started and I'm enjoying it already.
No, it's gonna be fun. I think Miss Brittany gives you a lot of opportunities to get better, to learn things. From her conversation, she's like, "Yo, I'm gonna stick you here. I want you to do this. Bring robots." And when she tells you stuff like that, it's that we'll buy you robots. Like I'm tired of seeing O'Grady's robot for 7 years. Like we probably could get you a better robot than O'Grady if we really pushed it. Like they'll buy you stuff. Like for me, like all this stuff, I ask for it, and I always get everything I want. When you go downstairs to my office, you see my cameras. I have every camera you want, and the cameras that you use, I ordered those for y'all, and that's why you have decent cameras because you had garbage before that. So now at least you have mirrorless cameras that are Canon. I know everything. I know the roll mics, so that I ordered those. I ordered everything, the tripods, everything for you. The only thing that was bad is that they never let me do. Never let me do filming. And even when I see you guys filming, well, not really this year because I didn't see a lot of you, but the seniors, I used to be like, yo, what they teaching you? And they'd be like, oh, they didn't teach us that. So when they come to my film class, they were like, they never taught us this. They never taught us, the angles and all this and the rules of thirds. They never taught us any of that stuff. I was like, so what are these two guys doing? Like you're filming there and he's holding the camera over here. I'm like, yo, that's not the way you do your over the shoulder. Like the over the shoulder is done this way. And they were like, oh, why don't you teach them? Like, because they're never gonna let me. So things like that. So you'll see the difference. Like you when you get into film class here, when I'm doing it, you'll see the difference. And you'll be like, oh, and hopefully you'll take that into your film class and kick butt. You also use a Premiere, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Premiere is so glitchy; it always messes up and all
After
that.
Effects is, in my opinion, is better.
Yeah, well, After Effects is like for the effects.
Yeah, I guess.
I use Final Cut.
Mhm.
I use Premiere when I want to basically, and I also use DaVinci. DaVinci's the new one. DaVinci's really really good. So I also record in 4K, 5K, 8K. So I'm recording in higher levels.
Yeah.
So the cameras that you have, I think I don't know, we probably pay a couple hundred for them. I have a camera downstairs that's 10 grand. So it's a difference. Like it's a real big difference. So shout out to myself for that.
Your
But
contribution
but
can
I
be
also
missed.
but I also get to show more. So that's pretty cool. And they let me, whatever program I want to do, they pretty much let me do it. So is there honestly? I know she gave you the formal, like, would you like to do something? Is there a program that you'd be like, yo, I think I could do this?
I would say cooking.
Yeah,
Well,
the-
cooking, we have a
Yeah.
kitchen and we have chefs. So, Latin people always want to cook too. Um, but do you think that you could teach cooking in a different way? I don't know.
think so.
Like it has to be something that's out of the, like for me, I one time I went around, and I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you guys know how to sign? How to write script?
No.
Not really.
Okay, you
No.
see that when I was in school, once you were in fourth grade, you had to learn how to write script. So one day I went around here in this building, and they needed to sign something. And because everybody's around your age, they all printed their name. I was like, "What's going on?" They were like, "I don't know how to sign." I was like, "No way!" So I just did a class that was on script, on how to write script, and everybody was in it, from the kids to the staff, because nobody knew how to do it. And then I added that to, it was close to Valentine's Day, so if you had a note, I made you write in a script, because now you wanted to do a nice fancy card. So here you go, put that into the art department. Now the art department writes it in a script. So anything that I could think of, as long as we could teach kids and they'll get some knowledge out of, they're pretty much okay with it. To give you another example, I wanted to do, what did I want to do? Something with graffiti, and the kids got into it. I was a graffiti artist when I was younger. I was published in a few books. So they were like, "Oh, I did something," and the kids looked at it. They were like, "Oh, I want to learn how to do that." So I made it a class, and I teach them how to do bubble letters and all that stuff. And then again, I tie it into something. So it was like Mother's Day, and I asked them, what's your mother's name? What you call her? Besides mom, does she have a catchy nickname? And we kind of made a shirt with markers, like paint markers, and we made a shirt for each of the parents. So it's something like, hey, look, they did something for the kids with the lesson that I taught. So as long as you have that kind of mentality, they're willing to do almost anything, especially fresh minds. Like, I'm a old fogey here. So everything I do is kind of old fogey-ish. But because I've been lucky, and I've got good projects on the road, they don't question much of it. So just think about that. Once you get to know these kids, if there's something that you be like, hey, you know what? I think that my kids need a spelling bee club or something like that. Just create it. It don't have to be nothing complicated. On Fridays, we'll have 12 kids here, spell 10 words, make a little chart, give them pizza or ice cream, whatever we want. We'll find a reward for them, or trophies or something. So, something like that. Think outside the box, as they say. Anything else you want to know? Because it seems like this is my interview. I talk too much.
Do you
As
have
you
a
notice.
favorite genre of movies?
Myself, you know what? Since I worked in a video store, I'm not gonna lie to you. Most of the time, I watch all what we would call the crap movies, the B movies.
The B movies.
Yeah, because I could always watch the A movies. I could always watch Top Gun. I could always watch, Planet of the Apes. I know that I could get my hands on that. But because we were a store that we catered to foreign films and these movies that cult classics and stuff like that, so I kind of drew myself to movies like that. As long as it's entertaining, I'm fine. I don't need, 3 movie stars in it. As long as I'm entertained, that's kind of cool. I'm at that. And if it's very bad, that's entertaining still, because I can laugh. So I don't have a genre that I really watch that much. I do. If you want my favorite movie, I'll give you my favorite movie. My favorite movie is Rudy. Have you ever seen Rudy?
No.
not the Rudy Giuliani movie. I'm talking about Rudy. It's a movie. It's based on a true story. It's about a young boy that goes to Notre Dame and he wants to play on the football team, but because of his size, he can't get in. Actually, maybe not this group, but his academics weren't all that good, so he had to go like to community college to get to Notre Dame, and then he wasn't like the greatest player, but he was an overachiever. He tried very hard, and he was really into it. So without giving the whole movie away, it's kind of his journey, and because it's based on a true story, so I like to watch documentaries and movies that are based on true stories, because true stories are amazing. And you should watch the movie. It's on Netflix. Figure it out. It's called Rudy, and it's about a kid that wanted to play football at Notre Dame. All right. You have any questions for me? Anything you want to talk about? Well, you already have a question. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking to y'all. Nobody else? I'm about to end
Well,
this.
thank you. I'm thinking.
All right. Well, the bad thing about thinking is that we don't do
Yeah.
it dead air. You
we
can't
don't
think
do it
here.
there.
No, you have.
No,
you
because
have
if
to
I let
think
my
and talk.
if I let my intrusive thoughts out, it's bad. It's
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I could always go over here and let me see if I could do the. I could always censor.
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
yeah.
If you want me to, go ahead. No, like I said, I'm gonna censor all that stuff. So don't worry about that. If you want to disguise your voice, I think I could get you. Let me see. Hello, hello. No, it does not. It's not disguising my voice today. I don't know why.
Wow.
It
Disguise
usually
my
does.
voice real quick.
Let me see if I could try. I'm gonna put you on your number 3. All right, I'm gonna put you on 3. Let me see if I can disguise your voice. Go ahead, try.
Hello, hello.
No, it's not
No,
doing
it's
it for
not
some
working.
reason.
Thank God I didn't see something bad.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I could always edit it out, but that's okay. For some reason, it's
What's
messing up for
your
me.
least favorite thing about any person? Like
About any person,
least favorite trait in general.
a person that's not willing to change.
Agreed.
In the sense that we all have to evolve. I don't think that in my life I was going to sit in a desk and talk to 16, 17-year-olds. But I evolved to doing that, and I'm making the best of it. I don't, at first I didn't think I was going to have 3 kids. I thought I only wanted 1, but I'm blessed by having, my 2 daughters and my son. This you have to evolve. If you're just focused on one thing and missing all the other roads, then you kind of just you might get to your point, but you're not gonna be satisfied because you're gonna miss everything else. I don't miss anything. Like I'm pretty well blessed. I came from a genre where, you know, I know how to DJ. I could do this. I could do that. I learned how to edit film on my own. So I could do anything if I focus my mind on it. So this is my pet project. It seems to be working for me. I've been doing it for 5 years. I probably have like 400 podcasts up. I think last year I had like 19 or 22 hours up. I think in the regular season. I don't know if you guys podcast, but you'll see like episodes 1 through 12. I'll do 12 episodes in a week. So I probably have like for this season 7, 126 podcasts. So I don't have a limit. I really don't. So it's kind of one of those things that I just podcast. And that's not talking about when I go home. Like I do with my girls, just to joke around. But it's becoming a project for me that people are asking me to do it and want me to be part of it. And now I'm selling it as a service. So let's say you want a podcast. You don't have no equipment. You don't know how to do it. You don't know how to edit. You don't care about that. You want your podcast about this. You want 12 episodes. You're going to pay me to do it. So I'm up to that point. I also have a business where I do photography and videography, which is my business. I've had it 12 years now, 12 or 13 years, and that takes me everywhere in the world. That takes me to Japan. That takes me across the whole country. And I do music videos. I do weddings. I do bar mitzvahs. I do all that stuff. So that's my money also that I do. And it's one of those things that I learned. And, I'm very happy. And it's taking me to good places. And, you just have to commit to it. So that's a lot about me. See that quiet guy that took attendance? He's pretty good. He does a lot of stuff.
It's good to live with no regrets.
Yeah,
Always try to do new things.
I don't think I have regrets. I had my first child when I was 27, so I was pretty good. You know, it was not like I had a teenage kid. What she said? She said something? I didn't hear it. What she said?
Wait.
Oh,
The voice changed.
oh, your voice changed? Oh, that's what it was. I'm sorry. I know somebody got it. You know why? Because you're on my microphone. That's what it is. Hold on. Let me take you
Wait.
off.
Hold on.
She's
It's
a-
you?
Yes.
Yeah. Her voice
Oh
changed.
my god.
I saw her up. I saw her up. Hold on a second.
They could have.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I know it. Somebody was getting because normally the mic number one is me. So I think that my mistake when I was plugging it in, I plugged you as mic number one. So let me change that for you. I'm sorry. You know, I don't want you sounding like that. I don't want you sounding all crazy. Let me turn that off. Go ahead, not talk.
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. So I thought she cursed or something. I was like, I didn't pick it up. Where was I? I'm sorry. What was I?
Something
doing?
about regrets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you know how some people, well, not you guys. You guys are young, but some people regret a relationship, right? I don't even regret a relationship because out of my first marriage, my son came from my first marriage, and my stepdaughter came from my first marriage. So I don't regret. You know, it was a time that we were in love, and there's a time that we weren't in love. I moved on. I'm married again, and I don't have any regrets because I don't even have a problem with her. Hey, what's up? How you doing? You graduated from college? Let's go get a bottle. Let me pop a bottle with you. I don't have a problem. I don't ever want to have a problem because I go to funerals for her family. They were my family. So God forbid her uncle dies, I'm there. You're gonna see me. If you have a man, you better tell him who I am. Because as outspoken as I am, you're not gonna miss me in the funeral. Like I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up, uncle? What's up, man? And I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up with it? I'm gonna be there. So be ready for that. Prepare your man for that. So, you know, I don't have a problem. I don't have issues like that. My wife gets along with my ex-wife. Like, they're not going shopping or nothing. Hey, how you doing, Evie? You know, they raised the kid together. You know, well, I raised my kid, and she happened to sometimes come around. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's not, life is too short. Life is too short for that. You're really running over. You're trying to get some extra points. But this doesn't matter how long it is. It's how many people listen. Okay, I'm going to go to my office. What time is it? I'm going to edit this today. I'm putting this up today. And what should I call this one?
Wait,
What
let's do
podcast
one
should I-
more topic before we go.
All right, what, don't try to take
Yes.
advantage.
You want to talk about ghosts,
Yes.
paranormal stuff?
Oh,
Yes.
How do you feel about paranormal activity?
Yeah.
Like,
Have you
Alright.
ever had like
lived-
an experience or something?
But
you
this
have?
is I'm gonna tell you right now why. I don't know if you know, but Spanish people, I'll give you a little bit about my culture. I'm Puerto Rican, right? And Puerto Rican people, I'm looking around because I'm the only Puerto Rican here. You're Dominican though.
But I'm
No,
Dominican
no,
and
she
Puerto
is half.
Rican.
She's
Okay, so
half.
she knows what I'm gonna be talking about right now. We believe in Santeria.
Oh yeah, we
Okay.
we talked about it. Me
Okay,
and
so
Ashley, we
I'm gonna
talked
let
about
you
it
know
a
we
lot.
believe in Santeria. Not me personally, but it's in our culture. So when I was young, my wife, God bless her, I lived with my grandmother when I was young. So my grandma was into it. Like we had saints in the house. Like people used to come over, close the door, and have seances type of thing. So since I lived there, I was part of it. So I know what the culture is. So did I see a plate move and a couple of extra things? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, I did. Was I scared of it? Nah, they don't scare me because it was so natural already. Like, oh my God, that plate fell from over there. I was like, Grandma, the other day, the other plate fell, and you said this about this person. So it was kind of like built into me. So yes, I believe in it. In my house, things move. I live also on the 32nd floor, so it's windy, and things move. So I'm not scared of none of that stuff. I believe in aliens. I believe in all that stuff.
There's
Like
no way.
This can't be the only civilization.
For
This
real, like it's
cannot.
like there's like so many planets out there,
They
and
cannot.
you mean to tell me that
I
the
don't
one
believe in that.
Earth there's just only 7 billion people? No way.
If you start thinking about even the pyramids and stuff like that, when you start reading and stuff about the pyramids and ancient cultures, a lot of the little things be like, this is like what's that? Like, what's that symbol? That's a spaceship. Like, and they always talk about higher gods and stuff like that. So it's things that do I believe in the Loch Ness monster? No, but I believe there's aliens. I mean, I'm pretty sure the government is covering up.
Yeah.
Like I believe in what is it, Area 51?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Area
yeah.
51. I'm all about that.
You like conspiracy theories in general?
I
or-
do, but I believe in a lot of stuff. Love, do I believe in the JFK, that stray bullet? Okay, guys, something happened to JFK. When I was young, I actually had a picture or something of that event, and my grandmother was like, my grandma was she was terrified when that
Yo.
happened. So it's I believe in all that. So you can't tell me something I don't believe in. Witchcraft, I believe in that
Oh
too.
yeah,
Yeah, most
definitely.
definitely.
I believe
Of
in
course.
witchcraft,
Yeah.
like like people from the south, deep into it. There used to be people that used to take like a little hair from you, tie it up,
Tie it up
put it
and
in the
put it in a voodoo
freezer.
doll.
I've seen somebody
Yeah.
I seen somebody take an egg and rub it on you and crack it and it's red blood. I seen
Oh.
all that.
Yes.
I seen all that. I seen people, what they call worship of freaking chicken, and and take the blood from the chicken and eat it. Like I've seen it. So I'm not telling you I think about it. I've seen it. I've seen it with my eyes. And the next time you calling that person, auntie or titi and all that stuff. I've seen all that stuff. So if you got me in a good subject. 'Cause I believe in that.
Honestly.
We could do a whole subject about Santeria. I have some good songs too that I love about Santeria. I will never forget them either.
You should recommend them to us.
Well, there's
Share
one.
it to the
There's
podcast.
one. You have to find it on YouTube. But there's one that has like the 5 hands, and each hand has a saint in it. And one of the great songs is Santa Barbara Bendita. Santa Barbara Bendita, and it has like a real following. So it's weird that you brought that up, but I believe in that. And those are some good jams. I may have to remix one of those one of these days. Remix.
Oh my god.
Wow, that was a good one.
But I feel like overall, like Hispanic people are very superstitious, and
Yeah.
they think like a certain thing happens, and it's like, oh, because of this, or
Yeah.
like if your ears is twitching, oh, somebody's talking
Yeah.
about you right now.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
when they
I
say like,
agree.
oh, when you grow a sty, all of a sudden like you're eating a pregnant woman's food or something.
Well, they
like,
say that if a pregnant woman asks for something and you don't give it to her, you get a sty.
Oh.
There's a pregnant woman in my job right now. She just asked me for a shirt. And she's like, if you don't get me one, you're going to get that little thing in your eye. I'm like, well, I got 2 eyeballs. I don't know what else you're talking about. I said, I give you the shirt when my principal tells me I could give you the shirt. So, that's it with that.
Oh my gosh, speaking about eye, like you guys believe in evil eye and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're a
Yes.
kid, when the kid is born, you believe in the evil eye thing? When the mano de sabache,
Yeah.
if you don't have one of those, like somebody that's older, they'll be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, why this kid is outside the street? And
Is it
and,
like is it like a bracelet type
Yeah.
thing?
yeah. So they have one that's like a bracelet and it has a little black hand with like a little red thing. That's the mano de sabache.
Oh yeah.
And then they have one for the eyes.
Yeah.
The evil
Like
Yeah,
the,
they-
mal de oro,
Mal de ojo, yeah.
Mal de ojo.
She
So they
told me
so they
about that
have
too.
that, and some people get the big one, some people get the little tiny one, some people put it in the pin on the baby, some people put it in the carriage. I had all of them. So and if you get into one of those things that it might be like an auntie or somebody sees you, be like, you don't have one? They'll go to the store and they'll buy one. Like, hold up a second, we're going to the cheap gold store over there and getting a little $11 one and putting it on your kid. Like, that's a real big thing. My daughters now, I have to say, they're quite beautiful. And people are always telling me that. Oye, ¿por qué tú no pones un de esos de mil? I was like, she's 10 years old. Like, she already got a voice. Like, my daughter, you know what my daughter is? She's really, oh my God, these kids, man. I talk too much. But my daughter, she got in the elevator not too long ago, right? She's into fashion and into, hair and makeup and all that stuff. My daughter does her eyelashes and all that stuff. Like, she has, like, clear mascara, because I don't let her wear none. But she does the highlights and all that. She does. I'm gonna show you one of her videos. She'd be like, "This is from Maxwell, and this is the way you apply it." And she has all that stuff. It's really amazing for a 10-year-old. So she gets in the elevator, and this girl, she got her hair done and all that stuff, and she says, "Ooh, sweetheart, you what she call her? She tells her, that's some. I forgot what she uses the word. Damn, she told me the word, but she has it's not like that's fly. It's something else." But she said, she tells her that, right? And, the girl feels good about herself. Oh, yeah, thank you. And she says, that's a dope wig you got on. I was like, yo. Like, she went there. And I was like, and she was like, you got lace, right? And I was like, yo. Like, this elevator's going slow. And she was like, no, sweetie, this is... And I was like... And the lady was really, really nice about it. But I was like... I had to tell her, like, yo, you can't just shout out people like that. Like, sometimes... We know what it is, but she don't want you to be like, it's a lace that I got on or something like that. So she's learning. Let's put it that way. But she out there. She'll be telling you. She'll be like, oh, those acrylic nails? She'll be like, I just got mine filled in. She called me the other day. So she got her nails done for her birthday, and then I was gonna do a fill-in the next week. So I put money on her credit card. That was her birthday present. I gave her a credit card. So I gave her like a debit card. She only has a certain type of money. So I said, here's $35. Go get your fill-in, right? She done her chores and all that. She goes. My mom called me. I'm like, yo, ma, I don't want the nails long. Show me a picture. I want the what they call it, a ballerina. Style.
yeah.
See how I know things? See how I know
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
right? All right, all right.
I
So
like
go-
how you know those things.
Come on, man.
Love
I want the
that.
ballerina. She wants the tips. She doesn't want to use white. All that stuff. I said, did you pay for it already, ma? No. She's going to get her nails done. Make sure she pays for it. She has a code and all that. Cool. I'm waiting for her. Call me back. Yo, the credit card declined. I'm like, come on, how the credit card declined? Ma, I just gave her money. Like, she put the wrong code. Oh, it was $50. I was like, no, we weren't doing $50. We were doing 25 fill-in, maybe a little $5 tip. She was like, no, it's $50. And once you got it done, you
can't
know,
take it off.
yeah, you can't take it off. So I learned from going with my wife that you pay for it beforehand because they don't want you to go in your pocket and mess them
Yeah.
up. Come on, I know these things. Thank you. I give myself an applause. Hold up a second. Let me give myself an applause. I know about things. I know too much about things. So I know about that, and I was wondering why they didn't do her nails. She didn't pay ahead of time, and it cost me $50 to do a 10-year-old's nails.
It's really expensive.
And no, I'm not doing it no more. It's over. Like that's a done deal. I said from this point on, she gets her fake nails on, and that's it. So,
Those press-ons.
she has those. She has like a mannequin, and she has nails, and she paints them, and it has designs. I'm so into fashion. You don't understand. I'm all into this. I got girls in my house. I think I'm the only boy in the house. Well, now we have a dog, so he's a boy too. But before, everybody was a girl, even the cat.
Even the cat.
Even the cat was a girl. This is a great podcast. I want to say. I don't even want to get out of it.
Me neither.
But I have to edit. I have to go show you
Yeah,
guys.
and I have to go home.
And you have to go home. Yeah, you guys got curfew.
See, I could be in this forever. Not gonna lie.
All right, well, now you know what happens. I want to see if you guys some subscribers and doing YouTube. Imagine when you have a camera and all this on your face and you got backgrounds, and when we talk about nails, bow, nails flash up. When I put my green screen, and when we talking about Santeria, there'll be a saint in the background. Oh my God! You ever been to a botanica?
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever been to one?
Wait, what is it?
It's called a botanica.
What is that?
It's a place that you find in Spanish Harlem all day,
Yes.
but it's a place where people that do Santeria they go into to get different things, and there's herbs and there's
There's
bathes,
candles and
there's bathes,
everything.
there's different baths. Like if you're pregnant and you're having trouble, there'd be like 7 leaves that you get. You put it in water and give yourself a bath and do all this.
At first I heard botanical. Like I thought you were talking about botanical gardens.
Oh no, botanical.
Like,
You say
nah.
yeah, and I was like, you been to botanica?
Like, no.
Let me find out, girlfriend. Botanica. It's called a botanica.
okay.
If you find one in the Bronx, it's an experience in there.
Yes.
It's
I
an
need to go,
experience in
honestly.
there.
Something called a limpieza.
Yeah.
If you go in
Oh.
there,
What?
There's a lady in the back.
Uh-huh.
Ain't no tarot cards and none of that stuff. She'll hook you up.
they tell you your future.
She'll hook you
And
up.
if your husband is cheating on you,
Oh my God,
They
you're
do
going
palm
deep,
reading.
Ashley.
They do palm reading and
Some
stuff.
people, no, it's not really palm reading. It's like she could just look at you
And
and
she
be
knows.
like, oh,
Oh, she's like a psychic then.
not really.
not really. It's different. I understand what you mean, but it's not that. But they kind of read your aura, like your character.
Yes.
Like as soon as you walk in, I haven't done it in a long time. But if I was to walk in there right now, me and that lady would just have a whole conversation. I think I put her on a podcast. I actually have a friend that he wants to do a Santeria podcast. He does promesas. You know what a promesa is?
No.
You know what a
I
promesa
think
is?
so.
So promesa is, let's say your mom is sick, right? God forbid. Your mom is sick and you be like, hey, I promise to if she gets better, I promise whatever you promise. So with a promesa, what has to happen for a year is that you wear all white. So everything is white. White shoes, white pants, white belt. You don't wear nothing that has color. And that's your promise. You're promising the saints, whatever saint you pick, San Martin, I don't know,
Miguel,
San Miguel, any of the saints that you pick, you're making this promise that, hey, my mom got better. I'm promising that I'm gonna do this for a year. You have to do it for a year. That's the thing.
Like every day we're white.
Every day, all the time.
That's a huge commitment. Oh,
Yeah.
That's a promise. So they say
Imagine, like-
it's so extreme. It's so extreme because you're figuring you asked God to help you or asked this saint to help
So you need to get something in
your
return.
needs, in your family's needs or whatever it was. They came through. technically, they came through for you. She's cured cancer. She's doing better or whatever, whatever. So now you have to live up. And the promise is that now you live up to this. Some people also take it a step further when they have the collares, the necklaces with all the different beads. That's different small promises. So you could do something like that. It's some technical stuff. I mean, I would love to do a podcast with my friend. He's one of my friends is what they call a godfather. So he's like a higher person, and he has smaller people that come to him for advice. So it's like levels of it. I've even been to a funeral where they dress in when they died. It's like an African god. They dress in the whole thing, and they'll switch their clothes. Like one day they wear all white, the next day in the funeral they wear the whatever same blue they have or something like that. It's some stuff. You could really get into that and at least find out about it. It gets deep. It gets deep. You got me want to go downstairs and what we call despojal. You know what despojal is?
No.
Despojal is where you feel like you're getting the Holy Spirit and you start the woo, you start that and shaking. That's despojal. Woo! You got me going somewhere. I'm gonna go pray for my grandmother or something when I get out of here. Wow, that's some deep stuff. Y'all good, man. Y'all good. Y'all got me talking. Y'all know too much about me today. All right, guys, it's Friday. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's get the hell out of here. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, say your goodbye.
We out.
Bye,
See you
Bye.
guys. Did I say? I think I pressed the wrong. I pressed the
You
intro or
pressed-
outro.
oh, wow.
I pressed the outro.